So today we're back with Lauren doing a review of the 2013 Audi Q5. If you guys have been around the channel for a while, you know that she's got some excellent content on the channel. She's got a review on the Tacoma, the CR-V. Today we have the pleasure of getting a review with the 2013 Audi Q5.
So for starters, I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in the trunk size. It's kind of tiny. Doesn't look like it should be tiny, but it is. A nice feature of the trunk though is the fact that it's automatic. So it'll just close for you, and if you just barely press this button, it'll pop right up for you. So that's always really nice. So if you see right here, it's 3.0T, which you would assume, since the other Audis are a 2.0T, that it would be turbo because they have 2 liters and a turbo. But this car actually has 3 liters and a supercharge. So basically, Audi's just stupid. Another thing is that this is an S-Line, so it's a sport car. And so,
does that make it a sport car if it has an S on it?
I don't know, I just know it's the S-Line.
It's got
so
the
like
S-Line package.
Oh, the package.
The S-Line package. Not to be confused with an S model, because they do have like the Audi S4, the S3.
What's different between the S model?
Basically, it just is appearance. So you're not necessarily getting like any added performance. Although this does have the 3-liter supercharged V6, so it's got more power than your basic Q5. But they've got the SQ5 model that's the true S model.
So it's basically like a class level?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
But Lauren's going to show you some of the cool features you get with the S-Line.
Yeah. So these seats come out further, and so they're not as flat as normal. So they kind of hug you more, just because it is meant to be in a sport mode. And then this little guy pops out for more room for your legs and more comfort. And then the steering wheel is super cool. We might have to go over there to go check it out. What do you think?
Let's take a walk around.
So as you see, it's flat right there, so it's kind of like a Lambo steering wheel.
It pretty much is a Lambo steering wheel. Like, they look exactly the same.
Yeah. We should insert a picture right here.
We'll do that.
Right here.
Right there.
In between my hands.
I don't know if I'm that good, but we'll do a picture.
Okay.
You want to talk about the drive select mode?
The drive select mode, so we actually have 3 modes in this car. We have comfort, dynamic, and sport. But isn't sport and dynamic the same thing?
Comfort, dynamic, auto, and individual.
Oh, okay. So individual, you can basically set all the settings to your liking, which is really cool and unique about this car.
So what's the difference between the comfort and dynamic? So
comfort and dynamic, comfort is basically, you probably want to use it around town to have a more comfortable, smooth ride, while dynamic is gonna be to be able to go fast and move the engine quicker.
So it changes the transmission shifts, and then the steering's a little bit stiffer in the dynamic.
Does it
and then
add
the suspension.
more torque?
No, so the engine doesn't change at all, it just changes the way that the vehicle responds. So the suspension's a little stiffer, the steering's a little stiffer, and then the transmission will shift a little bit more abruptly. So let it rev a little higher. Okay, so because the transmission is shifting differently, it kind of acts like it has more torque though. Kind of acts like it, yeah. Okay. Yeah, speaking of torque.
Shoot. It's
295.
Like 295. I know people don't really care about torque, but this car does have 272 horsepower, which we were talking about earlier. I didn't think was a lot of horsepower, just because there's an insane amount of horsepower out in cars now. But it is a more than decent amount.
And what is the 0 to 60 time?
It's 5.1 seconds or 5.5?
5.5 seconds.
5.5 seconds, which
pretty
I gotta
quick.
say beats my 2004 CR-V.
What does that run the 60 to 60 in?
We'll have to figure that out in the future, because not gonna lie.
We'll go for about 11.7.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say about 11.7.
Leroy's pretty slow.
Yeah. Actually, I did a 0 to 60 time with the Q5 to see what kind of numbers I could get out of it, and it was something like 7.5 or 8 seconds.
Really?
So I was pretty disappointed by that. People commented in the video that I didn't turn the traction control off. So
maybe we should try it.
Yeah, we could do that in today's video. Yeah, let's do a 0 to 60 run. Yes, we'll turn the traction control off. I did just fill up the tank with gas. We got a full tank. There's gonna be 2 of us in the vehicle, so that's gonna affect it a little bit.
Yeah.
But we're both pretty light, so
Yeah, but we also have a car seat in the back.
we got a car seat in the back, some other miscellaneous items. But yeah, do you want to talk about some of the other features inside the interior?
Yeah, so I'm not a fan of this at all. This parking brake. You just pull up to turn it off. I mean, turn it on and then push down, turn it off. And I don't know, it's just nicer to have a real parking brake.
I'm sometimes reluctant to use it because I feel like it's going to break at some point. And so it's like going to be expensive to replace, you know?
Yeah, probably.
So I don't like it from that standpoint. I do like the way it looks and the fact that it's a little more compact, but I get what you're saying. What does that little button right there do? A little circle.
The start engine?
So we got smart key on the vehicle.
Oh. I guess that's nothing like new to me, but yeah.
Speaking of keys, it's one of the highlights of the Audis. Pretty sweet key. Check it out.
It's also nice because you don't have to necessarily unlock the doors. You can just pull on them and they'll open if you're holding the key.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? Is this the panic button?
No, that's to take the actual key out of the compartment. Do you want to show them how the locking and unlocking works real quick?
Yeah, sorry. Give me a second. So the locking and the unlocking. So for starters, oh, what is this? Off 1, 2 set.
Those are memory settings for the seats. So if you've got 2 drivers, you can set the mirrors, the seats, and automatically adjust them with that.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so locking. If you come in close right here, there's nothing actually to push it down or pull it up. And so for locking, you want to press this button. You don't even have to necessarily press it, and everything shuts down, closes up so that nobody hits your mirrors, which is kind of silly because it didn't really go up that far.
Didn't move that much. It seems kind of ridiculous. Doesn't really get out of the way.
No, but then if I also have the keys, it just opens.
Pretty cool feature, and you'll see that that's actually on all of the doors.
But the mirrors didn't go down.
So the mirrors don't go down until you turn the car back on, or the ignition on. Yep, so you've got that on all 4 doors, and then likewise the smart key works on the trunk. And so if you've got that in your hands, then you can automatically open that and unlock.
Why am I struggling so much right now?
Right in the middle. Makes sense to be off to the side, right?
So another thing to minimize the amount of stuff in here, this is our spare tire. Does that look like a spare tire? Not really, no.
It's a little different.
So you actually inflate this spare tire. They have a special pump, and so instead of carrying around a huge tire, you save a lot of space there. And I gotta say, it looks a little bit nicer than having a tire on the back of your car. But I mean, that's all about Audis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another really...
Speaking of tires and wheels, we should probably note the sweet set of 20-inch wheels on this model. That's part of that S-Line package we were talking about earlier. It's another feature that you get with it.
I was going to talk about the dual exhaust.
Oh yeah, dual exhaust. Good point.
Yeah.
There it is.
Fancy. Yep, it is. Is there anything else we want to talk about the body style before we start driving?
Well, we could take a look under the hood.
Yeah. Do I have to do that inside or out here?
Yeah, I can't do that with the key. If it was a true smart key, it would open the hood with that, right? Oh, I can't get in. I don't have the key in my pocket.
I almost just called you a loser. I'm just so used to calling Chris and Alexa losers.
The lever's right there. You want to pull it?
Do you want to hold the keys so
Sure,
I don't
I'll take
lose
the key.
It's a good decision. I think the last time I looked under here, something weird about it. Like, there's no,
Yeah, so it's got hydraulics.
Up.
Mm-hmm.
So it will never fall on your head.
Until the hydraulics go bad, then there's no way to hold it up, and you've got to replace them. If that makes sense.
That's just foreign cars. That's something about foreign cars that you're gonna get.
You know your gas strut on your CRV, how it went bad?
Yeah, but
Lauren
I feel
has experience
like that'd be
with
really
this.
bad if one gave out and the other didn't.
Yeah. It just slowly closed. So anyway, under the hood here, what do we got?
Well, it's pretty clean.
Very dirty.
Yeah, but everything's like organized.
Everything's organized, yeah. It
And
looks
you don't
nice.
really need to clean the inside unless like you're constantly changing something, or if like, no offense, but like if you have a bad car, then you probably want to clean it so then if something leaks, you know where it's coming from.
Yeah. Or if
So-
you're going to lots of car shows with your Q5, you want to pop the hood and
I don't
show
know.
it
I
off
don't
to
think
everybody.
a Q5 is cool enough to go to a bunch of car shows.
I don't think that they're probably at too many car shows.
No.
The SQ5 maybe. Probably not even.
So here are the 3 liters, right? Right here.
It's basically the size of the engine, but yes, sure.
Yeah.
Cylinders. You're thinking cylinders.
The 6 cylinders. And then where's the 3 liters? Is it inside where it like?
3 liters is the size of the engine.
What? I'm
so
confused.
yeah. So yeah. Basically, it's like the displacement of the engine.
Okay.
But it's a 6-cylinder, so yeah, you got spark plugs here,
Okay.
and you got 3 cylinders on each side.
And then here's for the oil, which is kind of interesting because there's actually nothing to check it. You have to check it inside.
So it's an electronic dipstick.
Yeah.
Do it on the vehicle computer.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah,
I don't
me
trust
either.
it.
I don't like it either.
V6 TFSI.
Oh, we
I
looked
don't know
this
what
up.
the TSFI
We looked this up
means.
before to see what it was. It was like turbo force something
But it
injection.
still doesn't have a turbo.
It's not a turbo, I know.
It's a
So
supercharged.
I know, it's misleading again. Fuel stratified injection, I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Turbo fuel stratified injection, something like
Why
that.
do they do this to you?
I know, they're very misleading.
They're just trying to trick you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know where the supercharger is?
Is it this?
No, that's the air intake.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, but doesn't that give it more torque for the supercharger? Because you want that for the turbo.
Well-
but you don't have a turbo in this car.
Well, any engine needs to bring air into the engine.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like it's bigger. I don't know.
It does look pretty big, yeah. Yeah,
Where is the supercharger?
I don't know. I'm gonna lose
Oh.
some credibility here. I definitely know what a turbo looks like because it's basically a big.
It looks like a fan, right?
Oh, actually, it might be that guy right down in there. I think that might be it. But somebody's probably gonna correct me.
Hey, but I mean, it's a good thing. We want to learn from
From our viewers. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was this one time when we were doing a video of Lauryn's CRV, and a very nice viewer let us know that there was a picnic table inside of the back.
Yeah.
We didn't even know about this, and so all of a sudden we discovered this picnic table. It was pretty
It's
exciting.
amazing.
So we appreciate you guys giving us some feedback. I think the supercharger is down there. You guys can let us know if it's not.
Yeah. And then this is your windshield wiper fluid.
Oh, you're good. That's a hard one. That's because that's a weird placement for it. Usually it's somewhere down in here,
What's
and
this?
it's kind of
What's this
confusing that it's up there.
guy? Warning, is that your coolant? I thought your coolant, because your coolant's right here. What is that guy?
Clean filler cap. I don't know.
I don't know what that guy is. And then there's
Because I think
another
this is
guy.
the coolant, so I
It
don't
says
know.
push, and it has like the first aid kit on it. Can I push it?
Where do you see this?
Up here. Actually, I don't think I can reach it.
Push.
Can I push it? You push
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
Push it.
Oh, you want me to push it?
Yeah, I can't reach it.
All right. Let's see what
But I want to
happens.
see what's in there. Is that a first aid kit?
I don't want to like electrocute myself or anything.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Maybe it's something to do with the battery.
Maybe.
Because do you see the battery inside the engine?
No, I don't. That's really trippy. Where is the battery?
I think it might be in the back of the vehicle, so that may be a place that you can
I
jump
totally
start.
forgot about the battery because I remember getting
Unless the battery's in
stranded
there, but
in
don't say they put that.
Portland with Chris, and his battery died, and like Chris like secretly stole me to Portland to go get a new pair of shoes, and then like we got stuck there overnight, and our parents were so mad, and like we had to change the batteries out multiple times that day.
So you went to Portland without your parents knowing to get a pair of shoes?
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, another thing is the headlights. They're different. They're a little bit more sporty and like.
They're actually not. They're the same
No?
as any other Q5, but with the 2013 update that they did,
Oh, okay, that's.
they refreshed the headlights. So they've got the little LED strip here and here.
I'm just trying really hard today.
No, you're doing great.
Down.
Yeah, she's going on the fly. She hasn't really done her research,
No, I
and
haven't.
she's doing great. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the Quattro, what that's all about?
Quattro means? For. For you. I don't know what it means. Quattro for. It's not cylinders. It's not. I don't know.
Where else does 4 come into vehicles?
Wheels.
4 buying. 4x4. 4-wheel drive.
Oh wow! Wow.
It's pretty fancy. You see, it's a German car. Well, actually, I don't know what.
It's German, right?
Is Quattro 4 in German?
No, it's not.
I was gonna say Quattro is
not.
Spanish.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's German, so they might just be
It's
throwing
not.
us off there. It's a German car, and then they use it Spanish. We're probably
Once
gonna
again,
find
Audi's
it.
Stupid.
We're probably gonna find
Just
out after
kidding.
the fact that Quattro is 4 in German.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Siri, what's 4 in German?
4.
Oh, it should be a Fia.
Yeah.
I'll take my jacket off. It's
This
pretty
will be
warm.
interesting with my big boots.
Do you want to check out Lauren's sweet new boots?
They're pretty amazing.
They're sparkly. Whoa,
Look at those bad boys.
shiny.
Yeah.
What are they called?
Doc Martens.
Lauren told me this the other day that she got some Doc Martens. I had no idea what that meant, but you guys all know that I'm not exactly.
It's okay. You got the car skills. I got
That's right. Yeah.
Chris and I have the shoe skills.
Gosh.
Aw, that's something.
Trying to
we
get my
have in
jacket
common.
off with one hand. This is a challenge.
That's not.
Oh, we better
the-
turn the music off. That's gonna be
What?
a copyright.
Why is it down there?
Yeah. So your volume control is right there.
What's this?
Now,
AC?
now here's the really tricky one actually. See if
But
Lauren.
there's 2 different ACs for this side and that side.
That's right. Yeah, air conditioning, heating, so you can control it separately. So we got these little paddle shifters. You know what those are?
Shift the mute.
Basically, you can shift like a manual transmission with those guys.
Oh, I've been pressing it a lot.
Another feature that I never
Should I
use.
switch it back?
It doesn't matter. Just means it just switches to manual mode, but it'll shift back on its own to automatic.
Wait, what? What do you mean manual and automatic?
So you can drive it as a manual or an automatic. So
Okay, then how do you switch it to a manual?
So if here, do you have your foot on the brake? So if we take this down to drive, right now it's just in drive mode. But if you flip this over to the right, now it's in manual mode, and so it won't
But then-
shift the transmission until you do this, up or down.
Oh, what?
And then likewise, you can use these guys to go up or down and shift it on your own. So
I
if you
feel
want
like
to,
you want a real stick though.
yeah, it's
It's
actually
not going to be the same if you want to use it as like I feel like you'd only want to use that if you're trying to race somebody, because there's no point of having a stick without having an actual stick.
there's not much
And
point
there's no
to it.
point of switching.
So it's a feature that's actually really common on a lot of nice cars, and actually even normal cars these days. But I think it's silly. I don't really see the advantage. Ooh, did you see what just happened?
I parked it, but
She-
it sounds like it turned off.
She put it in park and
Oh,
the car.
did I kill it because it's
No,
in manual?
no. So you see a little start stop there?
Yeah.
So it's basically an auto shut off, and so if you basically put it back in drive and lift your foot off the brake, it'll turn back on. So it's to save gas. If you're at a stoplight or something, the car will turn off.
No way, somebody did that the other day right next to me, and I was like, what is
What
she
happened?
doing turning off her car? This isn't a long light.
You can turn it off with the push of this button right here.
Oh, okay.
So if you push that, actually if I push it now, it'll turn the vehicle back on. See?
Let's save some gas.
Yeah.
What is this one? Is it like
That's for the parking
fuel.
sensors. So that'll turn the parking sensors off if you don't like them. So on the front
Okay.
bumper and rear bumper, it'll beep when you get close to objects.
Okay, and then if you want to drift, you press this button.
Yeah,
for
turn off
traction.
traction control.
What's this one for
That's
downhill?
hill descent control. If you're off-roading with your Q5.
By off-roading. Just kidding. I don't think it would do well.
Probably not. No, especially with those 20-inch wheels.
Yeah. No.
We got heated seats for the driver and the front passenger.
Why
Climate
is this
control.
one just off versus AC?
Well, the whole thing's off right now. So if we push that, now it's on.
Okay. And this is kind of confusing. How many CDs can you fit in here?
6.
Okay, good.
Should we take
What
it
is
for?
this?
Oh, that's if you want to put the key in manually. So we use the
Oh,
push button to put it in there, but you can also take the key and you can insert it in here
okay.
to start it.
Okay, how do we tell if the parking brake is on?
This
It's off right now.
little guy is lit up red when it's on.
Okay.
So we're good.
You gotta buckle up.
I gotta put my seatbelt on for this drive. It is gonna be a wild ride, I think. Lauren, she's a masterful driver. I'll close your window just for these guys so they've got some good audio quality. And
where are we going?
we'll take this guy for a drive, see what Lauren thinks about it. We're kind of out on the outskirts of town, so there's some open roads if we want to really put it to the test. We do have that 0 to 60 test that we've got to do.
Yeah, but that school's right there. I didn't realize the school was right there.
There's a school there. We won't do the 0 to 60 test through the school zone. We'll turn that music off too. Now, that's actually one of the really great things about Audis is that they have really good audio systems. So it's unfortunate that we can't really share it in the video. Of course, you wouldn't necessarily pick up on the good audio characteristics, but the stock systems in these vehicles are really good. And then they actually have a premium system that you can also get that sounds even better. This vehicle doesn't have the premium sound.
So is this all, is this car all stock?
This is 100% stock. Yeah, I haven't done anything to it aftermarket. That's one of the nice things about Audis, actually, is that you don't really need to change anything. So they come with nice wheels. They come with tinted windows. Oh, these front windows actually are tinted. So the driver and front passenger are tinted. But other than that, it's all stock. Now we probably want to push the drive select and put ourselves into dynamic mode.
Do you have to stop to do that, or can you just do that any moment?
You can do it on the fly. So we're in dynamic.
I know. It kind of shifted at like higher RPMs.
At higher RPMs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's in dynamic.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it shifts at those higher RPMs in that dynamic mode. It's still pretty quiet and smooth.
Zone.
And to the speed zone.
I should have waited to do that here.
Yeah, we can drive as fast as we want now. Not quite how it works, but...
How does that work, actually? I don't know how that works.
The basic rule goes into effect, which basically means you can't go over 55, and you need to use your judgment on how fast you should be driving. And you get a ticket if you're driving too fast. So, it's kind of a weird law.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
I just always think nobody can pull me over. What?
We're coming up to a stop sign. I'm going to get my stopwatch ready.
Is it on? Is it on?
It's in dynamic mode.
No, I mean, will it turn off?
No, it's not going to turn off. In dynamic mode, it won't turn off on its own, actually.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Where's the stopwatch on the phone? Oh, there we go.
Nobody's
Hey,
coming.
don't go.
I'm not going. Sorry, that was kind of aggressive stuff.
Okay. We're ready when you are.
Okay.
Tell me when we get to 60.
60. That was kind of slow.
That was 7.5 seconds. That's what I was saying. It was kind of a delayed start, like
Yeah.
you sort of rolled off the line instead of like really hammering it. Oh, we didn't turn off traction control either.
Oh.
So we'll have to do another run. Okay.
Okay.
So 7.5 on the first go. We'll see if we can improve on that. Where does the Q5 kind of land in the spectrum as far as like, is it as nice as the CR-V? Is it nicer? Not as nice? Is it worth the premium that you pay for an Audi, or is it overrated?
I think it's kind of overrated, because if you're really looking for that soccer mom type of car, which this kind of is, then there's no point for you to have 272 horsepower or that much torque. If you're gonna get one of those cars, like, get a smaller, faster car. How does this car hold its value, Mike?
Not well.
No?
It's actually probably the thing I dislike the most about it. So I've had 18 cars in my life, and most of them I've actually made money on when I've sold them. So I've kept them for a year or two, sold them before they lost any value, and you can just turn right or left.
Okay.
Sold them before they lost any value, or while they were still worth quite a bit, and either came out even or made money on them. And then I had a Chevy Volt that I lost like $2,000 on, so I was really disappointed. It was a really good deal.
That's so funny, because I didn't like that car. And we all made fun of you for that car.
It's not a very cool car, but I actually really liked it. It was fun to drive. It was really nice inside, and then not using gas was cool. But anyway, electric cars and hybrids lose value really quickly.
Really?
So they have really bad resale value. So it was kind of, I think it's that people are a little reluctant about the technology. They don't trust it. It hasn't been quite as much like tried and tested. So they lose their value a lot. So I was really disappointed about that car. So I lost like $2,000 on it. This Q5 I've had for 3 years and put about 30,000 miles on it. And right now, I'm actually trying to sell it. And it's looking like I'm probably going to lose like $13,000 or $14,000 on it.
Holy
the time that I
cow!
bought it. I know, it's crazy. And when we bought it, it had already dropped about $20,000 from when the original owner bought it in the first like 59,000 miles. So that is definitely a downside of Audis. Once they get up there in age, they can't depreciate anymore. Like they hit kind of a plateau where they just sort of level out. But part of that is because people get scared about the reliabilities on Audis too. They don't really have the best reputation for that.
They're expensive to repair.
They can be really expensive to repair. This actually has not had a single thing go wrong with it in the time we've had it. So it's been really reliable. But I've had quite a few Audis before, and when something does go wrong, it's really expensive to fix. So definitely a downside. And the depreciation is too. So Lauren's got a CRV right now, a 2002.
2004.
2004, man. Last time I guess 2003. So
no, because 2002 is the body style that I like.
Okay.
The one that I
the old
wanted.
one. That's right. I like yours more myself, but
yeah, I don't know why.
So 2004 CRV. What do you think is going to be your next car?
Well, if you guys go check out our Tacoma video
I knew this
of
was
going
going
up
there.
to Triangle Hill, I'm trying to get a Tacoma, and you guys could help me do that. A first gen Tacoma. Yeah.
So you got to go to that video. You got to like it, and if we get 100,000 likes,
share it to your mom. Share it to the book club. We mentioned this in the last video.
yeah.
But share it to everyone.
I was thinking that was probably going to come up in today's video, and I was thinking maybe we should just offer that on this video too. Like, that offer is good on that video if you hit 100,000. Maybe it could be good on this one too if you hit 100,000 on this video.
I don't know. I feel like the Tacoma video is a little bit more exciting, so it probably won't happen on this one.
This video doesn't count. Don't like this video. Go to the other video and like it. So we're going to do that 0 to 60 run.
Drive select.
Oh yeah, so we're going to turn the air conditioning off. We're going to turn the traction control off. We're going to put it in...
What?
Okay, it was just warning us that we
Comfort,
turned that off.
dynamic.
We're in dynamic. Hopefully no one comes up behind us. Okay, ready, set.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Okay, ready, set, go.
Oh no, she's going slow. 60.
7.5 seconds.
Really?
Maybe 7 seconds. I mean, I'm not that good with the timer, but yeah, it's about 7.5.
Yeah, it like stalled like halfway through. I could feel
Yeah,
it.
7.5. Man, that's 2 seconds off. Percentage-wise, that's huge.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe it's because it's older.
Yeah, I mean, it's older, and there's 2 of us in here. We've got a full tank of gas. There's, you know, certain things that are gonna affect it a little bit. We actually still have the air running, even though I turned the AC off. So I don't know. We'll give it one more try. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about yet? The sweet panoramic sunroof.
The moonroof.
Push this button right there. Check it out. So it's got this screen built into it that kind of protects you from the sun a little bit. The only thing I don't like about it actually is it's perforated, so it's got these little holes in it, which is nice because you get some light coming through, but then when the sun's really bright, when it's closed, you still get some of that sun coming through on you. So it'd almost be nice if it was just solid. Other vehicles it is, but it's still kind of a cool feature. And then if we open this is one thing Lauren's not crazy about. It doesn't.
It only goes halfway.
It only goes halfway. Now the problem with that is where would the glass go if it went all the way? Because it goes back on the
Foldable
roof.
glass.
If you had foldable glass, or if it could like curve down in, or I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't quite work. We're gonna turn the air off this time.
Okay.
We're ready to go.
We're ready to go.
When Lauren is. So.
Do you have the timer out? Okay.
So you're gonna go really quick on the gas pedal.
Okay.
Wait. Do we have yeah, we have a dynamic mode. That's weird that it shut off. Okay.
Okay. Ready, set, go.
It's a moment of truth.
Relax.
Yeah.
60.
7 seconds.
Oh.
I mean, 7 seconds is still okay, but it's not 5.5 that we were promised. So that's a real letdown for sure. Audi, come on. So there we go. Successful test drive of the 2013 Audi Q5.
Would I buy this car? Probably not. But it's a good car.
I did. So, would I buy another Q5?
I think you would.
I would. Yeah. Of the 18 cars I've owned, this is actually my favorite, even more than the Tacoma.
Really?
Yeah, I really like it. It's just not practical for our needs today. I guess the one area where I'd say maybe I wouldn't buy it is that depreciation number, because I hate the idea of just losing that much money on a car. So that might change things a little bit for me, but otherwise it's been a really good car and I like it a lot. So that's the 2013 Audi Q5. Thanks, Lauren, for coming along and showing the viewers what the Q5 is all about. Definitely we'll try to get her in some more videos in the near future. We got to get the 0-60 run in the CRV. We got to do the off-roading in the CRV. The 335i drift, or just drifting in general, right?
Yep.
We got to do the 335. A lot of fun videos coming out. If you want to see more videos of Lauren on the channel, subscribe below. In the meantime, thanks for watching.
Bye. Just had a bye.